morning, everybody. Tiny House Dreaming here. It is Wednesday. I know I said I was going to take my DLT physical on Monday, but when I went in there on Monday morning, they told me that the doctor wouldn't be in until Wednesday. So I showed up. I was the first person there, and I am leaving there now. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and I passed my physical, and now I am on the way to DMV. Hopefully I'm getting there early enough where I can actually take my tests and all my endorsements and everything. So I'm excited and nervous all at the same time, but I will let you know what happens. Guys, I am back at the post office. The struggle is real again, but not as bad. I only have like 7 packages this time to mail, but I got some good news I'm gonna tell you in a minute when I come out of here. Hey everybody, so I'm back from this morning's video. As I was telling you guys that I'm on my way to DMV. So I spent a few hours at DMV. I had to leave and like go get a few pieces of paperwork to like verify my address and stuff. And then I came back, but they were nice enough to like say, come right back up to the desk when you come back. And the guy like slipped me a number and was like, I hooked you up. And I was like, well, thank you. You know, I'm just whatever. I didn't know what hooked you up meant, but like as soon as I sat down, they called my number, F.038. I was like, woohoo! So I got my permit, y'all. I passed all my endorsements: the tanker, combination, air brakes, passenger, hazmat, general knowledge, of course, and then there was like some extra like driver knowledge test that I guess was just like basic questions, like even if you drive a car type questions. But there was like 8 tests in total. The little kiosk were standing up and I was like sweating. I was like, oh my gosh. It took me a minute to get them all done, but I passed them all. So I have no restrictions other than wearing glasses on my permit. So I'm hoping that, I mean, that's with like a lot of practice and stuff. So it's not to say that it's just super easy. Like some of them are kind of self-explanatory, like the tanker. I was kind of, even as I was practicing, I was like getting those right away, but they were kind of self-explanatory. Some of them take a little bit more memorization, like I keep wanting to look in this corner, but I have the phone flipped upside down. So that's why I'm like everywhere right now. But some of them like hazmat, air brakes, like they take a little bit of memorization, or I don't know if they try to trick you in the wording. But yeah, I had to like practice those because I failed those. At first I was failing them when I was practicing on my, on my phone with the little apps. But I passed everything at the DMV, so I am super happy. Pat on your back, Desiree. Oh my gosh, like I want to do like some little dances or something, but I can't really hold the phone and dance at the same time, so whatever. But I'm super happy. So my day has been, it hasn't even really been long because it's still early, but it feels like it's been long just from sitting at the doctor's office getting my my little card. Like this is what your card looks like when you get it, and then DMV has to like stamp it and stuff, but that's your medical card. I guess you got to carry it with you everywhere. And then sitting at the DMV because I was walking at the doctor's office, so I had to kind of wait there as he saw me in between patients. And then I was like, you know what, at first I was going to go tomorrow to DMV, but I was like, well, what if I don't pass something? Like I want at least to have a day or two to like be able to go back and retest or something, because you can test on everything 3 times. But it was still kind of early enough, so I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and go to the DMV and try to get that taken care of. And luckily everything went well, so I'm done now. Just came from the post office, as you saw from that little clip I put in, and I think I'm gonna go clean my van out. And yeah, and I don't know what else I'm gonna do. I'm just chilling. I'm super happy. I'm gonna find something to do, but yeah, first I need to like clean my van, maybe vacuum it. And I just feel like so much relief that I can actually just say, oh, and it's over with. So I leave to go to school on Sunday at 1:30 p.m. I have to leave from the Greyhound station in Oakland, and I will be in Salt Lake City, Utah at 6:10 a.m. on Monday morning. And then my recruiter, at first we thought that my orientation started on Monday, but she said no, it starts on Tuesday the 6th. So that's why I'm leaving on Sunday instead of Saturday, just to have an extra day here. But I'll have a whole day because my orientation starts at 7 a.m. on Tuesday morning, the 6th of February. So I'll have a whole 24 hours in Salt Lake City, Utah, sitting in a hotel room. That's going to feel kind of weird because I'm so used to being in the van at this point and in like the small space. And like if I watch TV or watch something, it's on my phone. So it's going to feel weird like sitting on a bed in a big room, watching a big TV. I kind of is like, that's kind of weird at this point by now. I'm wondering like how sleeping on a bed again is gonna feel. That's probably gonna feel weird because I really have gotten used to it. My van's actually pretty comfortable. I'm not complaining about it. It's still a little bit cold in the morning, but ever since I got that sleeping bag, like that made a world of difference. So I really ain't even complaining about the cold too much. And like, it's obviously not so bad that like I've been trying to find another source of heat because I had the little buddy heater. And you guys know I took it back because I was like, even though I had it, I had kept it for like a week or 10 days or something. And I had never used it. Like I used it one time to try it out, but never went back to using it again. Phone was driving me crazy having it upside down. I'm so used to now I like trained myself to look this away into the camera and it just wasn't working for me. And now the light is just not my friend. But I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to be real quick. So that's pretty much all I had to share with you guys today is that I passed my permit. So tomorrow I'm going to be back and I want to try to like finish up any loose ends that I had talked about van stuff before I actually go and I'm not in the van for a couple months because I'll be trying to get my CDL license or CDL. But so tomorrow I'm going to make a video about the portable power supply that I had made a video about and told you guys about. I kind of have a different outcome or just a follow-up to let you guys know, like after 2 months or almost 2 months of being in the van, and I got it a little bit before moving in the van, so I have had it since day one of me being in the van. Want to give you a follow-up on how I feel about that, if it's working, if it's not working, and then I also want to come back to you guys and give you a follow-up about damp rid. Because I guess like Unencumbered Nomad had let me know like this is actually a first. Like no van dweller has just had a video like really going into depth about if damp rid works, if it doesn't work, and just about damp rid other than I use it. So I want to make sure that I follow up on that because it's been over a month since I've gotten the damp rid, and I'll let you know if it works, if it doesn't work. And I think I'll also take you guys into that little section in Home Depot to kind of show you, because in the video I had mentioned like there's other sizes and stuff, but I don't know why I didn't think to actually walk through Home Depot and show you the other sizes, because a lot of you guys live in homes and you might need damp rid for your home too, so you can kind of see the different options you have when you go to Home Depot. And I think I checked Lowe's, and Home Depot has a little bit bigger selection than Lowe's, or at least here in the Bay Area. I don't know if other states might have more dampy type issues. So maybe other stores even have a bigger selection, but Home Depot has a pretty good amount of like the different sizes or various sizes. So I'm going to follow up on the portable power pack, an alternative to the portable power pack that I've been trying and have a good opinion about, and then the damp rid. So I will be back tomorrow with that. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. Hope you're learning something from me. I appreciate all of the kind words. Like, you guys have been awesome. Everybody so far that has anything to say, like I haven't had anybody say one negative thing. Everybody's been so supportive that I want to go do the trucking thing. Like nobody's been like, oh, she's not in her van anymore, we don't have time. Like you guys have been awesome, super supportive, and it kind of is really uplifting to me. Like I've gotten a few emails from a few of you guys. I won't mention anybody's name because they didn't really say if it was okay or not, but like they said, they just told me thank you for inspiring me, that they're kind of on a similar journey or very similar journey than I am, or just different things. But it's always been kind words coming from you guys. I have not had like one hater come at me crazy, and I mean eventually that's gonna come, and now they just won't get any of my energy. But I really appreciate, the fact that you guys are rooting for me. Thank you for your comments and your kind words. It makes a person not feel so alone in a journey, even though like you're not sitting right here next to me. But I know when I share with you guys, I'm going to get back more love than like I said, I haven't gotten any hate, but at some point that'll come, and that's okay. Like, I'm not bothered by it. But yeah, so I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great day, and yeah, talk to you later. Thanks. Bye. Hey, everybody. Oh, you can barely see me. Tiny House Streaming here again. Same video, I guess. Since I was at the park and like left you guys at like 5:30, my mom called me and was like, Desiree, I think something's wrong with Mr. B. Like, he was throwing up, and then he was like super stiff, and she said like he just couldn't walk or anything, and he was looking at me like, why can't I walk? And so I like immediately rushed over to her house and picked up her and Mr. B and like took him to the vet. And we have an awesome vet that like really explains things well, and Mr. B actually was just at the vet on Monday, just because I thought he had like a slight ear infection, and it actually turned out to be like a worse ear infection than I thought. And I spent like $350 at the vet on Monday. But he got all this medicine, and he got a shot, and he got like his ear packed, and it got like he had to like pull out all the like infectious stuff or whatever. So I put him to sleep and just all this whole ordeal. But he came home with like 3 different medicines and some like ear drops, I guess. It's like some kind of gel. And so she just said like he had thrown up 3 times this morning, and well, throughout the day before she had called me. And she said like he kind of was like acting weird when he threw up, and and she had finally was like, like, I'm calling you, letting you know like something's wrong. Like, I just don't feel right about how he's acting. It was like different things happened every time he threw up, but then after that he would be back to normal. Because like, even though Mr. B's old, he's 15, he'll be 16 this year, he has a lot of puppy energy, or he acts like a puppy. Like, a lot of people when they see us walking and stuff, they think he's a puppy. So like immediately, like, Mr. B's my baby, so immediately I went over there, and she called, as I was headed over there, she called the vet, and the vet said, yeah, I'm here, so bring him in. So we brought him in, and that ended up being another $150 appointment. But he gave him 2 shots. But he said that like Mr. B has heart disease. And so when we're actually there on Monday, he said that there's like 3 medicines he wants to add, because right now he's only taking Vetmedin, which I order online, and it's like $60 for like a month and a half. So it's not bad. But there's 3 medicines, because he let me actually, like, I love the doctor, because he put his stethoscope on me and actually let me listen to his heart, go, and he like described the murmur, because Mr. B has chronic heart disease. Now, we just found out, but it's like a beginning stages of it. So he said, like, the Vetmedin obviously isn't working by itself. So he's like, we need to add these 3 other medicines. And in conjunction, he said it'll probably keep him alive for a few years. So, and today when we took him back into the vet, he said that, like, what my mom was describing, because you guys know I'm in the van, so my mom's with them most of the time. So she was the one, like, that's why I always take her with me, because she's able to describe. And thanks so much, Mom. I know you're watching. She watches like every video. So thank you for being there for Mr. B, loving him as much as you do. I mean, I know he's your baby just as much as he is mine. But the doctor said that he probably had a seizure, because she like was describing how he was just stiff, and like he was standing there and he couldn't move, and he was kind of looking like he was confused about why he couldn't move. So the doctor said, I guess when dogs have heart problems, and like Mr. B has the chronic heart failure, or congestive heart failure, sorry. He said that the seizures kind of do come along with it. He said, I can't promise that that's what it was, but that the sounds of it sounds like what it was. So like, it's crazy that you go from like a good day where things are going well, and like with me passing my tests and stuff, and then all of a sudden like things can go downhill really quick. But he's back at home with my mom, and the doctor told us to not give him his medicine for a couple days because he was throwing up. So he said just lay off the medicine for a couple days, and like Saturday call me back, let me know how he's doing, and then maybe you can start the medicine again. So I'm hoping that this doesn't continue, but yeah, it sucks. Like, I wish that I could have Mr. B with me, but like, he is such, with me going off to trucking school, it's better that he's with my mom, because he couldn't be with me at school or like on a trainer's truck, but like, he's more stable with her. But it just sucks because like, I'm so worried. Like, Mr. B means a lot to me. He's my dog, but my dad died in 2003 in February, and I've had Mr. B since November of 2002. So like, Mr. B has been with me for like the last few months of my dad being alive, where my dad got to know Mr. B. And Mr. B was like literally could sit in my hand when I first got him. He was so little. He was like a little black cotton ball or something. And he used to run with my dad's shoelaces in his mouth, like through the house. He would gallop through the house and like the shoe was like 2.5 times bigger than him, like plopping behind him, and he would just be running through the house. And like, my dad used to look at him and just laugh like, that crazy dog. And so like, Mr. B has not only the fact that he's my dog, but he has a special place in my heart because he reminds me, and I'm starting to get teary-eyed. He reminds me, like, and when I think of him, I just think of like my dad smiling, looking at him run through the house. So like, Mr. B is just so special to me. So it's hard to know that he's getting older, and I know at some point he's not going to be here with me, and that I'm leaving him. But I'm so thankful that he has my mom, and like, he is in love with my mom. So although I know he misses me, because like, she tells me like, if I say mommy, he's like, where's mommy? Where's mommy? So I know that he loves me, but my gosh, he's like, him and my mom are like best friends. They're like sidekicks. They do everything together. Like, he follows her around the house. When she walks out the room, he looks for her. So I know that he's happy and he's in good hands, but it sucks that like, I'm going to be gone and I'm in the van, and I don't want him with me just because I know how much he'll miss her, and that is not cool to take him away from her just because I want him with me. But also because it's cold and stuff, and he's always been a house dog, always been a lap dog. Like, when I used to, before I started working for Sutter Health, I worked in the appraisal center of Bank of America, and that's when I first got Mr. B. Like, my best friend that lives in LA, he brought Mr. B for me for Christmas. He was a Christmas present for me. And I think it's because like, he knew all the things my dad was going through, and he was sick and everything. So he wanted to give me something to like have and love, So Mr. B used to come, and I had like this little wicker basket that used to sit under my desk at Bank of America. Like, it wasn't the actual bank that people walk in. It was like the business office-y side of the bank. And I used to actually work like midnight to like 7 in the morning or something, because I worked with appraisers on the East Coast. So Mr. B used to come to work with me, and like, and he was like the smallest thing. Everybody loved him, and he would just run around the office, and he was kind of like the office mascot. So like, he's never really been left in the house by himself. Like, he's always been with somebody. When I started working at Sutter, I used to take him to doggy daycare, and he would like boss all the other doggies. He would be the littlest dog, and like the lady Liz that used to take care of him, she's like, yeah, all the big dogs, like, it's so funny to see him in the backyard. He'll be like walking, and all the big dogs will be following around, like following behind him. Like, so he's just used to being with people. So it wouldn't have been fair to me to like have to work and go take Mr. B, have him in a van or whatever, or be in the cold. Like, he just needs to be in a house. He deserves that in his old age. But I'm so sad, but I'm so happy that I had a great day. But I'm really sad about my dog. So I just wanted to share because, yeah. I mean, I'll get over it and he's okay. He's back home and he's okay at the end of the day. Like, he's okay for now. But I just hope that, like, I just need him to have more years so, like, I want him to, like, experience my tiny house with me. And I have a whole plan of, like, having his own little part of the house. And yeah, I just need for him to be okay. But thank you guys for listening. I've rambled on way too long. And you guys have a great night. Bye.